Hello and welcome back to Albert versus the Asylum. Today, we're talking about Nazis at the center of the earth. Doesn't that sound awesome? Doesn't that sound like fun? How could you not want to see this movie? It's got Nazis. It's got the center of the earth. Surely it's going to be a boatload of fun with no peeling of skin off of people while they're still alive, or rape, or forced abortion. Oh boy, let's talk about this movie, you guys! Our story begins in Nazi Germany near the close of World War II. Well, I see somebody's not feeling the effects of stringent food rationing. Oh, I sure hope they stop before they run me over. Guys, I'm standing right here. Guys! Why are they carrying a pressure cooker with them? Careful with that. There is a delicious pork loin in there.
What is it?
I think it still needs a few more minutes.
Los, in die Maschine damit. Vorsicht!
Idaho?
Walter! Oh,
hey, I've played this level in World of Tanks. Got absolutely obliterated by a T-57 Heavy. The crockpot general retreats from the Allied forces, but not without returning fire of his own. I gotta say, I love the way this guy is introduced. He's calm, he's cool, and he is not afraid to throw down. The part you don't see in the movie is how difficult it was for them to get that pressure cooker through airport security. They would have been out of here an hour ago if it hadn't been for the TSA giving them a bunch of crap. Meanwhile, somewhere in a giant mound of cocaine...
Niflheim Station, do you read me?
Only through applied research we can find... Hey! I'm not finished reading the sign!
Niflheim, do you copy?
Fine. I copy.
Antarctica is the new frontier for medical research. Do you have any idea what it's like to find an 8-million-year-old viable sample of streptomyces frozen in the permafrost?
I'm gonna go with no.
Now let's see what kind of nasties we find.
Well, you're already out here with me, so...
Stop it! Stop! He's hit metal!
I'm pretty sure we just watched some really weird porn.
What the hell?
It's called a swastika mark. What's up, guys? Is it cold out here or what?
Don't touch her!
Mark!
Sie kommen mit uns.
We then cut back to Niflheim Station, and then back to her face, and then fade back to him. Editing. How does it work anyway? I knew it! There were microscopic engravings on that ring! Take a good look at that picture, folks. It's the last indication that those two are in a relationship we're going to get until the end of the movie. Oh no, he witnessed my super reflexes! Deflect! Deflect!
Where did you get this?
Nailed it!
Dr. Reichstad.
Dr. Reichstad turns out to be the surfer who's posing as a scientist.
Are detectable through electrophoresis.
I could say other science words, but you get the idea.
Can I have a word with you? What is this?
It's a petri dish, you moron. Even us
Gabriel,
surfers know about them.
Know what it is. I want to know what it's doing here.
What's the problem, Doctor?
One of the interns found out about my super
I'm not
reflexes.
concerned that you nearly exposed the station to flesh-eating bacteria.
Jeez, this crap again.
And I'm not going to allow you to pull another stunt like you did 3 summers ago.
The triple backflip over the ice canyon is just too dangerous.
You very well know that that experiment led to the discovery of a vaccine that saved thousands of people.
Look, screw those people.
I am the LSO, and we are going to follow ATS protocols. You are not going to lose anyone on my watch.
Don't make me say any more acronyms.
Paige and Mark,
Yes, that's us.
What?
they haven't checked in.
Paige! Mark! Paige! Mark!
I feel like the screenwriter was trying to keep his place in the book at the time he thought of those names.
Wreckage.
It's blood.
Because you can tell after touching it for 2 seconds with your gloved hand.
Hey, footprints!
Looks like Jesus was dragging somebody by their butt.
Those look like drag marks.
Oh God! Oh no!
The guy from the beginning of the movie shows up again and cuts Mark's face off.
God. Oh God, no! I want to go home.
Well, Thomas Wolfe says you can't, so might as well just lay back and let it happen.
Oh God! No, please, no, no! Oh God! No! No, God!
You'll
no.
just have a little something
no.
on your face. Yeah, I will get it off in a moment. There, all better. "38 bottles of beer on the wall, 38 bottles of beer. Hey guys, I found a big hole in the ground." Alright, everybody get out and take a look at the big hole. Wow, that is one big hole. Can you believe how big that hole is, John? Nah, I can't believe how big that hole is. Guys, I'm going down into the big hole. I'm gonna see how big it is. Whoa, that's a big hole. Guys, are you even seeing how big this hole is? Wow, you were right. This is a big
I couldn't
hole.
lose anybody on my watch.
Hello and welcome to Big Hole National Park, home to the biggest hole in the nation.
I feel one breeze.
Yep, sorry, that was me. I farted.
Hey guys, it's warmer than it should be.
I said I was sorry. Jeez, what do you want from me?
The tunnel down there.
Paige escapes from her cell only to uncover something truly horrifying. Oh, hey, look, all these dead bodies in here, it's, not what it looks like.
What's going on?
No.
You have no idea how deep that shaft is.
That's what she
Pressure doesn't
said.
kill you, it could drop you into the ocean below.
And what do the scientists find at the bottom of the really big hole? Why, it's a giant subterranean cavern. Way to spoil it, movie title. This is probably a good point to mention that the idea that the Earth is hollow with entrances at the poles was popularized in the 1800s by a man named John Symmes. In fact, he was so successful at spreading this idea that he almost convinced Congress to fund an expedition to the poles to find these openings. And you think politics is bad now?
I am not familiar with this treatment.
Paige finds herself on the Nazi doctor's operating table, and in order to stop the Nazi doctor from cutting her face, and maybe the rest of her pieces off of her, she talks to him about more effective medical treatment for his soldiers.
Sometimes horses.
I really like this scene. Paige is doing the only thing she can to save her life, and that's to help the people who are trying to kill her. Both of these actors put in an amazing performance. You can tell that Paige is terrified but trying to keep it under wraps. And the doctor hasn't had anyone on his intellectual level speak to him in over 70 years. It's frankly way more dramatic tension than you would expect from a movie from the Asylum called Nazis at the Center of the Earth. But I really dig it.
My God, it's true.
John Cleese Symmes Jr. was right.
For centuries, people have been talking about worlds within the Hollow Earth.
The Hollow Earth, dudes.
18th century writers called it Agartha.
Isn't that radical?
It is impossible.
How do you know all this?
Huh. When you lived in Antarctica for 10 years, you hear things.
I'm talking about voices in my head, obviously. Gets lonely up here.
Let's find Paige and Mark.
One extreme to the other.
Oh man, did somebody say extreme?
Heat and moisture. Elements of life, my man. It's from an environment like this that the very first prehistoric microbes emerged.
Come on! We're almost there.
We don't know what we're dealing with. We don't know who or what lives in those buildings.
Microbes didn't build them.
That is exactly the kind of anti-microbe sentiment that is holding our great nation back.
Why does this look familiar? Because it was built by humans.
And those guys don't have any originality.
No. That's not it.
But as soon as the scientists enter the building, they're surrounded by gas mask-wearing Nazi soldiers.
You have kept your word, Dr. Reichstadt.
Heil Hitler.
I just love the look on these guys' faces. They're not even shocked. They're just completely befuddled about what just happened.
What is this?
Dude, it's called a flash mob.
This isn't the first time I've been here. 10 years ago, when I was working the very same site, I was caught and brought here to Neuschwabenland. That was the first time I met Dr. Joseph Mengele.
Mengele? Who? Dr. Joseph Mengele. The Angel of Death. The Butcher of Auschwitz.
Yeah, times were tight back then. I had to have 2 jobs.
Mengele died in the 70s.
That's right. Unicamp exhumed his skull in Brazil. They confirmed it with his DNA.
Man, these guys are gonna dominate at the Joseph Mengele Trivia Bowl next month.
I survived by replacing almost 60% of my endoskeleton.
Wait a minute. Is he saying he surgically replaced his own skull? Man, this guy does not mess around.
That's not possible.
Oh, my dear doctor.
Moss.
Dr. Morse.
No, I meant there's a lot of moss in here. I'm sorry, you're asking for his name?
The Americans and Russians rushed
Did you see what I did
our
there?
scientists and doctors. Dr. Reichstadt here kept himself alive by agreeing to deliver a constant stream.
I'm thinking that wasn't the best word to pause on in that sentence.
Quality,
Leather,
suitable
cupcake,
replacement parts. The coming of the 1,000-year Reich.
Even though it says 1,000-year rice on the box, it actually takes 5,000 years to cook. Isn't that weird?
I'll never help you.
So be it.
Wait.
Honey, remember what I said about shooting our guests? It's not cool. Alright, but I already shot the one anyway. Just so we're clear here, just because you have a baseball and a wall to bounce it off of, don't make you Steve McQueen, bub.
What are we supposed to do about it?
We're all gonna die, aren't we?
Well, yes, but that's just the grim truth of human existence.
Hey!
Rage!
This guy again? Maybe if I ignore him, he'll go away. Is he gone yet?
This laboratory is the result of my decades of research in genetics and organ transplantation. Everything I have learned, you will find in these files.
Wait a minute, go back. Does that say Essen babies on that book? I looked it up. Essen means to eat. Joseph Mengele has an instruction manual for how to eat babies?
Everything necessary to prolong and improve the Aryan race can be found in here.
And just to be clear, does that involve eating babies? Joseph Mengele sends the female researchers to the showers. Well, that's nice for them. I'm sure they could use a shower after a day like today. Hey, you just throw those coats on the floor? Somebody's have to clean that up, you know. There's no magic coat picking up fairy in this base. Girls, could you hold my hands a little less tightly, please? I'm losing circulation. Okay, I know this film has an hour and a half to kill, but surely there's a more effective way of padding than filming people walking into a room in slow motion. Where are you going to? Don't worry, I have a plan. Be ready at my signal. Do you like my pocket knife? It says Swiss Army, but we Germans can use it too.
The only way for us to survive is to align ourselves with the victors.
I'm talking about my friends, Victor Garber and Victor Cruz. They're cool dudes. Could we maybe get back to the stupid fun Nazi zombie movie, please? When I sit down to watch a movie called Nazis at the Center of the Earth from the Asylum, I'm not looking for horrific rape scenes. That's just a little bit of a bummer for me, you guys.
You are about to witness history.
I have the entire Ken Burns Civil War documentary queued up on the television. And we set it at about 3:25 for 2 hours, and we're ready to go with just the most amazing casserole.
You said it would work!
Now we will have to go to Arby's.
So sorry.
Are you sure this will work?
Nothing is certain in science, but the regenerative properties of fetal stem cells have been well documented.
Adrian, please. Look at our baby.
Remember when I said I wanted this to just be a dumb, stupid movie without any giant bummers like rape or forced abortion? Could we maybe skip ahead to some of the fun stuff? Okay, yeah, see this? This is more like it. How about more of this movie? How about more silly robots and less raping? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just say robot? I meant to say Robot Zombie Hitler. That's what I'm talking about, you guys!
Mein Führer!
So, the Asylum totally sneaked into a high school production of Hamlet and draped a Nazi flag over their castle set, right? How do your gas masks make it sound like there are more than two of you?
Hat so Großes in den letzten Jahren uns getan.
Can you believe it? That guy's speaking a different language! I could not handle this right now.
Der Deutsch-Geschichte.
Great speech, Hitler! Sorry, there's only 4 of us here to hear it!
Das well vorbereitet.
Meanwhile, in a completely different movie, a building opens up and spits out a giant Nazi UFO! Man, you guys, don't we wish you could be in that movie? That movie looks awesome. One of the scientists makes a run for it, but robot zombie ninja Hitler jumps after him and cuts his head off. Ja, I have still got it.
Den Körper holen, wir können die Organe gebrauchen.
This is so awesome, it almost makes up for the fact that I no longer have a penis.
Paige.
I understand you have feelings for Dr. Morse.
Okay, wait a minute. When did Mengele's face get all messed up? I feel like both he and this movie are missing some pretty important connective tissue. The Nazi UFO takes off and blasts a hole through the crust of the Earth to the surface.
We must act quickly. The direct sunlight exposure accelerates the deterioration of my skin.
Oh, so my jaw just stopped working for some reason.
You're pleased with his physical appearance. I understand that.
I think he's sexy
but
also.
He's not our blood.
Oh man, don't take the shower cap off. You're gonna get hair in my fries.
I am in need of new flesh. Lucas's flesh will be my flesh.
Isn't that hot?
And we will be together. You and I. Side by side.
But I'll totally look like him.
Leaders of the glorious Fourth Reich.
But it turns out Paige has been acting this whole time, and she cuts Lucas loose and slices open Dr. Mengele's throat. They get into a fight with a Nazi zombie that stole Mark's face, and one of the scientists stabs him in the back.
This isn't yours.
Seriously? That's the best line you can come up with? This isn't yours? You just literally pulled a man's face off. There are like 100 better action hero lines to say right there. Now that's what I call saving face. Looks like I won that face off. I hope I'm not being facetious. See what I mean? They practically write themselves. Oh jeez, I've got such a splitting headache. Maybe if I don't say anything, he'll stop talking. Mark. Paige and Dr. Moss find Mark, but all of his skin has been stripped off. No, seriously, we're gonna get you out of here. You're a modern medical miracle. It shouldn't even be physically possible for you to survive without skin. Nazis at the center of the earth, folks. Just another wacky romp from your friends at the Asylum. I love the Nazi flag hanging at the back of the elevator here. It's like, this isn't just an elevator, folks. This is a Nazi elevator.
Jetzt herunter!
The plane flying over the Arctic attacks the Nazi UFO, but the Nazis shoot them down. Okay. Robot zombie Hitler adorably clapping his robot hands might be my new favorite thing ever. The scientists are about to make their escape. Before they can, robot zombie Hitler cuts them off. You know, like literally.
Die praktische Fahrplanetsel 4,000 Kilometer passing in north.
It says so on Google Maps.
USS Reagan, this is Mark.
Fighter jets attack the Nazi UFO, but they're taken out by the ship's guns.
Paige! Hey! Let me finish!
You know I can't do that through this helmet? Oh, now there's missiles in the way! Dagnabbit!
Shit!
You were supposed to leave me.
Never.
Remember, ladies, if he doesn't leave you behind to be killed by robot zombie Hitler, he just might be the one.
Der Flugkörper ist bereit abzufeuern.
Adrian.
But while the Nazis are distracted, surfer scientist's girlfriend takes matters into her own hands. Wait a minute, are you breaking up with me? Wow, it's a good thing they were carrying their giant winter coats with them that whole time. Let's just stand here. I'm sure it won't hit us. Right? Right? Right. Yeah. I knew it wouldn't hit us. But of course, robot zombie Hitler survives the crash.
Run!
Okay, robot zombie Hitler, I like the enthusiasm here, but you're really gonna want to work on your form. You'll wear yourself out running around flailing like that. More of the jets attack robot zombie Hitler, but he still has a few tricks up his sleeve. And also his chest. You can choose, robot zombie Hitler. You don't have to be a gun.
Come on, you bobble-headed zombie Nazi son of a bitch!
I forgot robot. I am Nazi zombie robot. Oh man, and for a second there I thought they were having a moment. Dr. Moss injects the flesh-eating bacteria into robot zombie Hitler's life support system. Wow, there's another really big hole. And so Paige and Dr. Moss freeze to death in Antarctica. The end.
Where do you want to go for our honeymoon?
Someplace warm.
Coming soon from the Asylum, Nazis on the Surface of the Sun. And that was Nazis at the Center of the Earth. This is a really weird mixed bag when it comes to Asylum films. On the one hand, man is it depressing, especially for the first 3/4 of the film. People getting skinned alive, people getting raped, forced abortion. These are not the things that I come to an Asylum film to see. On the other hand, robot zombie Hitler is exactly what I came to this movie to see. It's just too bad that there couldn't have been more of him and less of the really depressing bad stuff. Don't get me wrong. I understand that the Nazis were giant douchebags in real life. But guess what? This is not real life. This is not a documentary. We can have fun, dumb zombie Nazis. We can have fun, dumb Nazi zombie Hitler. Robot. Okay? I need to go take a shower now. Until next time, I'm Albert for Albert vs. the Asylum, asking you, what would robot zombie Hitler do?